Hi, welcome to Soultiful.
Kim is back with us, Toya.
Boom, 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 boom. Yes, we got one of our favorite people in the house again this week. Yes, so
Yes.
happy to have her here.
I live here now. What are you talking about?
I mean,
I
guest
have a
host.
residency. I'm a visitor.
I agree. Oh, so since Toya didn't start with, "Hey, I'm Toya," I'm going to go ahead and do. Hi, I'm Toya. So glad you joined us at Soultiful today.
And we have who we have down here.
None other than Kimberly Lawson.
Yes, yes, yes. And I'm that other Toya. Don't get us confused. I go by Latoya, and this is Toya. So, we try to keep the two separate,
Yes, yes. And guys, the reason why Kim is with us again today is because we are talking about the Women of Influence Summit that is happening when, Kim?
Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
Saturday. It is here. It is here. We are only days away from what I know will be the most influential summit of 2023. So Women of Influence is happening Saturday in South Metro Atlanta. If you don't have a ticket, girl, why are you playing with me? I have less than 15 tickets left. You need to hurry up and scurry on along to the website, woisummit.net, so that you can purchase your ticket and be in the room, because the speakers that you're going to hear about today are only a few of the dynamic ladies that are lined up to grace the stage and change your life.
Yes. This is the summer we need, Kim. We need this.
I'm giving you what you need. I'm giving you, the people have been speaking to me for years. Literally, this is not me at all on a flex. For years, when I've been doing speaking engagements, I am constantly asked, when are you going to do your own event? I need you to do your own thing so that it can be just a full day of you. You get 10 minutes of me, that's not enough. So you need a full day, but I'm bringing expertise from other ladies. So you're right, Latoya, not to be confused with Toya, because that's not confusing at all. Two Toyas on the same show. But I digress. This is the summit that you need. Be in the building.
Yes, yes, yes. And guys, if you're a regular of the show and you're just hearing about it and you don't know how to get Kim, get to Toya or get to the other Toya. We'll make sure you get Kim so you can get your ticket. So again, I understand this is another special episode because we got some of the women of influence in the building. Who's first, Kim?
So none other than the phenomenal attorney Sareena Beasley is going to grace the stage first. So let me just tell you a little bit about her. She is a business coach, attorney, a mompreneur. Attorney Sareena Beasley helps overwhelmed CEOs get information and is dedicated to engaging, empowering, and enlightening female CEOs to unlock their full potential and live life on purpose. She's been working with high profile and everyday women that want to align their calling with their titles for 11 years. A global leader who coaches clients on a variety of matters, including how to turn your pain, passion into profit, and how to thrive as a solution strategist in your energy. Sareena is also the founder of Bridgeport Solutions, which provides expertise in business development, community relations, contracts, copyright, and trademark. All right, so Sareena, bring her to the stage. Attorney Sareena Beasley is here. She looks like Coco Chanel. I'm telling you the elegance that is here. I was not ready.
Love it. Oh my goodness.
Good day, people.
Hey, so glad that you're here. So glad that you're here. So, my first question for you, dear Coco Chanel, is you're beautiful. You're beautiful, gracing us
Oh,
on stage.
and so are you all. Thank you so
Oh, thank
much.
you. We appreciate it. I would love to know a little bit about your background, like maybe yeah, about your family and what have you. Just tell us a little bit about you. What brings you to where you are today, if you will.
Sure. Well, you know, stories are what create our purpose. Going through life's test is what creates your testimony to help others. So I am unapologetically and unashamed to share more about my story. As you all know, I'm an attorney, graduated from Emory University School of Law. But because of my skin tone, my hair color, and sometimes the world in general, I was told that I was not good enough to be an attorney. I didn't test well, I didn't go to right schools. So that's one side of just when God has a path for you and overcoming difficulties and challenges and what lane you're supposed to be in, trust this, you will get there. You may have to go over a few speed bumps, but you will get where you're supposed to be. I'm also a single mother. I am so excited to be the mom to an amazing 3-year-old going on 33-year-old. But, she keeps me on my toes and really focused on what matters most. And that is living life on purpose and to, the fullest extent possible. And so outside of being the attorney that works with, business owners, entrepreneurs, to navigate the world of really owning your brand, I really feel called based on my journey. Again, being a mom, a business owner, a working mom, navigating relationships in the professional realm as well as just the personal realm, and just coming in contact with a wide variety of women that ask me all the time, like, how do you do it? How do you remain committed to your calling, but yet, show up in a room and not become the typical angry Black woman or the typical, oh, you're a female, you're just supposed to sit there and be quiet. Like, how do you balance the two? How do you balance going to work, being a mom, cooking, cleaning, just the facade of everything that a woman does? And I don't ever want to, again, these are my thoughts. This is what I've worked with my clients for the past 11 years. I don't ever call it balance because the scales are never evenly distributed, if you will, because God never puts more on you than you can bear. I am a woman of faith. I've been through a lot, and so I don't hide behind that. So I am just really committed to working with female-driven legacy CEOs that want to empower the CEO within. And so what does that mean, honestly? Because, so many times we come with titles or we come with folks that are just saying, oh, you need this title. You need to be a CEO. You need to hurry up and open on your own business, or you need to hurry up and be the president of the company, which is fine if that's what you feel as though your life, direction is. But once you get that title, once you accomplish, arriving to that level, once you do this or do that, what's next? And more importantly, how do you manage it? Because honestly, if you are not continuing to evolve and grow and you're just looking for a title to validate you or, a position to put you on a pedestal for what you believe success is, you are not going to live a bountiful life and you're really going to miss out on what your purpose and your calling is. Now, some people's callings is in the boardrooms, other rooms is at the house, helping with the kids, or other rooms may be, walking the dogs. I mean, whatever your calling is really where you should live. And I'm really focused on helping to provide women with the resources, the real talk, shaking you up a little bit to let you know that, okay, it's not just about getting this title, but it's about really empowering the title that is already here. You see, sis, God has already given you everything that you need to succeed. You're just not tapping in.
Woo! She said it's already here. It's already there. That hit
That's
me.
beautiful right there. Yes, yes, yes. I love all of that you said. I love the fact that you said if you're looking for balance, you can stop because it's not always going to be balanced. I love that because as a mom as well, that is so true. So
I
thank you
love
for that. Thank you for that. I'm the next person with the question. So my question to you, woman of influence, just like I asked the ladies last week, who has been your influence who the most? I mean, you may have had, several people on the way, but who sticks out the most for you?
Wow, that's a good question. Just from off the top of my head, it would, and the person that's in my heart right now, always, is my mother, who was the pillar of really helping to encourage me and to lead the path that I am today. From her being a shining example of what a wife is, she really helped to care for my father in his best days and in his worst of days. Honey, when I tell you till death do your part, that was a true example of it. God rest my father's soul, but she's a prime example of that. She's a prime example of what a mother should be. Now that I'm a mom, isn't it amazing when you have your own kids, you just look back at your own parents and you start saying like, did I ask this? I mean, did you put up with all this? So it's just amazing now that I'm a parent and all that she has shown me and what is to do. And then more importantly, she encourages me to live. And that is in the physical space, that's in the mental space, and more importantly, that's in the spiritual space. Because sometimes, we get so caught up on, I got to live a perfect life. I got to have the white picket fence and the husband and the children. They got to be in the best schools, and I got to go to Paris every other weekend. I mean, which is fine if that's what you have the opportunity to do. But again, like I had mentioned earlier, everyone's life is not directed on a straight path. We go over those speed bumps. We go through bumps and bruises. We go through those tests to really help create our testimonies. And my mother has been there through every corner, and she has just been helping me to just shine my edges. And this is who you see today.
Awesome. I love that.
I love it. And you said you have a 3-year-old going on 33.
Yes.
Listen, I know about that. Do you have your 3-year-old is a son or a daughter?
A daughter.
Ooh, even more, special in that sense, considering that your mom, is your hero, the person that inspires you the most. So what do you want your daughter to remember about your legacy?
Wow, that is an excellent question, Kimberly. Thank you for presenting that. About my legacy, I want her to know that her mother never gave up. Despite the odds, despite the struggles, despite the triumphs, despite the highs and the lows, you never give up and you always look for a solution. Because what's funny is when you're presented with a problem, you're either going to show up or you're going to run and hide. You're either going to face it with fear, or you're going to face it in fear. And so I want her to realize that my mom provided me with the tools to move in faith, to face things head on, and to ensure that she has solutions to empower her to get to the level of where God has her to be.
I love that, especially about the part of being solution focused. And you have your moment. It's time to, like, as my mom said, I don't know what y'all mom said. My mom said you got to piss to get off the pot. So in those moments of that, you have to then decide that. I think that's a beautiful legacy to leave behind. That is something that is going to definitely outlive you. The things that you are teaching your daughter. That's beautiful. I love it.
Yes.
Love it too.
And of course, those are the intangible, assets. But tangibly speaking, once you create the estate planning piece, you got your trust set up where you've got your insurance, your 401ks, your home, your car, all of those tangible assets that are really going to be protected. So she will not have to go through court and conflict when it comes time to really help to position her for her future. Because I never want her to feel as though that she doesn't have enough to get started to pursue her dreams, where it's like, oh, I gotta go to work, or oh, I have to do this. It's no, let me tap into, my trust. I do help people make trust fund babies, and let me tap into that and really fund what it is that I feel as though I'm called to do. And I feel like enough of us, and I'm speaking to women of color, don't have those conversations or don't really create those sort of parameters. So we're setting up the next generation for success.
Absolutely. I can definitely agree with that. And I love that you brought it back to tangible things because it is a conversation that needs to be had. You know, we need to end the fish fries t-shirt sales when a loved one passed. Let's just end it and let's start putting things aside so that you give your kids options and things because that's a big defining moment. People say they want to leave a business to their kids. Have you asked them if they want to leave the business? You know, if you leave them distrust, though, they now have they now have options. And that's a beautiful thing. That is, I believe, what the American dream is supposed to be about, having options.
Mm.
Amen.
Yes. So attorney Sareena Beasley, aka Coco Chanel,
Ooh, child.
what are your final thoughts that you would like to leave the audience with?
Well, I can't leave you with all the gems because your face has to be in the place to really take full advantage of all of the amazing women who are going to be in the room and of all of the amazing skill sets that you're going to leave with. I don't like just being in a room, I'm being talked at. Oh, child, you're going to put me to sleep or you're going to have me get out. I need to be engaged. I need to be empowered. I need to be educated. And that is everything that you're going to get from this summit. And more importantly, outside of all the women that will be here and that you've met thus far, I'm also going to be there to share more gems as far as how to empower that CEO within and how to really take full ownership of your brand. And that brand is not only your business, but it's your lifestyle. Because if you haven't noticed already, ladies, you are your own walking billboard. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in what you're doing or what your calling is, why should anyone else? So get your life all the way together and make sure that you are there at this summit. And I look forward to seeing you and speaking with you and loving on you. And more importantly, empowering you with the tools that you need to take it to the next level.
Attorney, I feel like you just scratched the surface. We need
Right.
to learn about the trademark and the patents and what's this baby? What was this baby that you all
Trust
spoke
fund,
of?
baby.
The trust fund baby. Will you come back and talk about that with us, with the audience?
Certainly, we
Wonderful,
need to have
wonderful,
those
wonderful.
conversations.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. God bless. And we look forward to seeing you this weekend. Peace.
Yes. I mean, Attorney Beasley turned into Reverend Beasley real quick. I'm ready to pass the
Let's
legislation.
talk
She
about it
was
while she
teaching
leaves.
and teaching, and I'm here for it. Okay,
Yes.
let's do these trust fund babies.
Yes.
Let's
Yes. Yes. Yes.
do it.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Yes. So
So,
we have to keep the party moving because I just bring so many gems. You know, I do. I just bring so many. And so coming to us live next, none other than Twanita Dozier. Known as a powerhouse entrepreneur, Twanita Dozier is very passionate about empowering and showcasing minority entrepreneurs with her various needle entities. Twanita is a speaker, international best-selling, CEO of Boss Up Magazine, host of the Boss Bash and Boss Elite Awards, as well as the creator of the Boss Experience mobile app, the Boss Buzz podcast, the Emerge TV network, and Boss Status Red Carpet Events Media. Her platforms have featured well over 300 emerging entrepreneurs around the world between male and female. Her platform was created to empower, provide resources, give entrepreneurs their first break in media, give them a platform to share their journey, bring them together, and help them expand their network. She has been featured by Voyage LA, Voyage ATL, iHeartRadio, the 2021 Women of Influence Summit, the Steve Harvey Show, is a Philly Motown Musical Top CEO Award recipient, and more. Twanita is all about providing support, resources, breaking barriers, and elevating emerging entrepreneurs to the next level. I mean, whew, tired. Did y'all hear all of those titles up in there? When you call yourself a powerhouse, you better bring
Hey.
Christmas receipts is longer than a CVS receipt. Let's go.
Hey,
Yes.
welcome.
Hey everyone. Thanks for having
Hey,
me.
so glad that you're here. I just was wondering though, Twanita, is there like 20 of you or 30 of you around? Because Kim, what?
I
My
used to do that
goodness.
for me, someone with more jobs than me. I know you
I am
did.
slipping.
I wish it's just one.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's get this going. Tell us a little bit about your background, sis. I'm so excited to hear about it.
Yes. Well, I am a Chicago native. Okay,
Hey,
got to throw that
Chi-Town.
out there. But I am a entrepreneur powerhouse, and I do it all. A lot of people know me more so for Boss Up Magazine. I am the creator of that platform. Started that platform in 2017, and then I evolved with my platform. I started expanding to doing red carpet events. I did a podcast, started a TV network, and now I'm into tech. I have a mobile app. I also do events. So I'm like a one-stop shop. I'm a powerhouse media lady.
This
Wow,
is
so
the Walmart of media.
oh my
Okay, you
goodness,
just go and get
yes.
everything. She the Walmart of media. She got everything.
Okay, I know I'm overstepping my bounds. I already asked my question, but I just need to understand like where did you get the goose spot or whatever the word is to do all this? Like, how did you what made you feel like you could do this and pull all this stuff off? I don't understand this.
It wasn't even about who gave me permission. It's just I wanted to do it. I'm all about
Hey,
visions. I'm all about taking leadership and taking risk and investing in myself and investing in what I believe in. And for me, my platform stemmed from problems that I saw when I first started Boss Up Magazine. This is way before social media transformed to what it is now with business and entrepreneurs. So in 2017, there was not a platform that I was aware of that focused on entrepreneurs. A lot of platforms focused on celebrities, but they didn't focus on local entrepreneurs or up and coming entrepreneurs. Along with that, I had a lot of friends who were, just dabbling into entrepreneurship and was having a hard time, finding a platform to cater to them for them to be a sounding board for. So I decided to create Boss Up Magazine. And as the years passed, I started to see that I needed to create more opportunities to further celebrate and recognize entrepreneurs, which then caused me to create a podcast, create social networking events, but do red carpet media to cover events of entrepreneurs who are having events or grand openings and things like that, conferences. And now I have now ventured off into tech. So now I have a mobile app to where I can also expand myself and expand my focus.
Well, one thing for sure, two things for certain. Baby, you are out here doing it and doing it big. And I love it.
Thank you.
I mean, you have done a lot of this yourself. So, of course, my question is who has been the most influence? Because you definitely are a woman of influence because you have went along the whole gambit. So, who has been your influence?
Honestly, I'm all about collaborating. I'm all about helping others. And I would say my circle, my support group, and my family has been my influence because they are the ones that are pushing me to keep going, to keep getting better, to keep creating opportunities. And then I'm giving them that same energy back. And so it just works so well. It feels so good to have a support because a lot of entrepreneurs don't have that. That is why a lot of entrepreneurs do not complete their business or they drop their business because they don't have that support. They don't have someone rooting for them and pushing them and encouraging them and giving them a reality check here and there. They don't have that. And so that is what works for me, my support and my family.
I love it. I love it. And I love where you said you wanted to focus on emerging entrepreneurs and not celebrities. Because a lot of people get caught up in the glitz and the glam of all of that, but giving a voice to the voiceless is something amazing. And Latoya, she left something out of her bio. You may not know this, but she is the founding CEO of the National Black Media and Press Association. Yeah, she left that little tidbit out.
What? Wow.
Yes, and Kimberly is also a founder of that, and so we have partnered and collaborated with that, and more to come, for that. But yes, Kimberly is correct. I did leave that out, but it is not forgotten, and we are in the works of getting that back going for those that we're serving with that platform.
Awesome.
Love it. So what's next? I mean, you have a television show, you got the magazine, you got the podcast, you have an app. Like, what's next? You're gonna be, on the ballot for president. What is next for the Powerhouse, known as Twanita Dozier? What's next? Like in 5 years, where do you hope to be?
Well, actually, my focus right now, and I would say for the next few years, of course, we Boss Up Magazine, but it's definitely the mobile app. Just because the mobile app, first of all, let me just say there are not a lot of women in tech and not a lot of Black women in tech. And so I feel that the tech industry is a little bit untapped in regards to what I am trying to do and what I focus on. So that's going to be my main focus, really driving, catering to that platform to bring those entrepreneurs together and highlight those entrepreneurs that I'm looking to feature on the app. And then outside of that, of course, we got the summit. Of course, that's number one. We got the Women's Summit coming on Saturday. So that's number one on the forefront.
Absolutely. And no shame. Don't come for me, Beehive, because I'm a member. But Twanita had her app for emerging entrepreneurs before Beyonce did. So we're talking about, this has been doing this for a minute, which is just, I don't know what to say, because when I met you and you told me you had an app, and I was like, girl, what? A whole app? Like, let me download this thing right now. Have it on my phone and keep going with it. I love it. I keep doing what you're doing. I'm sure there's probably some clones of you somewhere, but you are really, the work that you're doing is important and it's influential, which is why you are a woman of influence and a part of the summit. So make sure that you are in the room on Saturday so that she can share more of her knowledge with you. Because I know you have questions about this app. I know you have questions. And that's one of her signature talks, how to scale your business with technology. So make sure you're there. Don't play with us.
Make sure you're there. Absolutely.
And Twanita, I just want to just like 2 thumbs up, all that for sisters in tech, Black women in tech, because like you said, it's not a lot of us, and we're right there with you. Us Soultiful folks, our company, we're working on creating apps and so forth as well. So we need to connect. We need to connect so we can, group think and do everything together, because, some of them contracts out there, they need us to be together, Exactly. So we definitely need to connect. And I'm empowered and inspired by hearing that. I didn't know. Kim, you keep connecting with all these awesome sisters.
Yes.
Listen, every time I come, I am dropping things on you guys. That is what I am doing. And I'm loving the collaboration that is brewing here, because that is what it is about. That's what women of influence is about. Not only networking. Don't just pay, someone's card and get their social media handles, but do something with it. Form a collaboration.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And Twanita, if you don't mind, go ahead and give us, your final words, if you will, or what you want to leave us with. Just kind of staying in the vein with our dear sister before.
You know what? All I'm going to say is take the time to invest in yourself.
Amen.
The number one investment is going to be to make sure you're at the summit, because there's going to be so many gems dropped. There's going to be so much happening that it's going to benefit you in some way. I'm very sure of it, probably more than one way. So the first thing, make sure you're at that summit, but continue to invest in yourself, invest in what you believe, invest in what you want, and go for it.
Woo!
Yes, invest in yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. See you at the summit, sis.
See ya.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So are y'all ready? I just have to ask. If you're not ready, you need to get ready, okay?
Listen, how you said last week, get ready. Like CJ
said, get ready. Yes. If you are not ready, I need you to get ready immediately, because Next, none other than CD Giles. CD Giles is an entrepreneur and romance writer. She is the author of the Love Blossom series, Book One, Could This Be Love? And Book Two, For You to Love, available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Apple Books, and Kobo. She discovered her passion and will be joining a panel discussing how to find your passion. When she's not writing her latest romance, she's watching rom coms, baking, and spending time with her family in the Texas Hill Country. Yes. CD Giles, welcome to the stage. Look at me. This is not my show. Welcome to the stage, girl.
Welcome, sis. So glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you. Can y'all hear me okay?
We can hear you just fine. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And we saw you in the
Having some
background.
technical difficulties.
Yeah, I want to say thank you because you was working them out. We saw you in the background, back and forth, and you worked it out. So we're so glad that you're here. So glad. It's purposeful, dear sister.
Yes.
Yes. So, dear CD, if you will, to give us your background, tell us what you're from. Could you hear me,
Hello,
CD?
guys. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
can you hear us? If you will, tell us about your background. We're glad that you're here.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm having some technical difficulties, so hopefully it's okay. But yeah, just a little background about myself. I actually started writing during the pandemic. So I started, and it was just a book that came to me in my dream. So I call myself an entrepreneur because I have had, some businesses in the past. So I already think with an entrepreneur mindset. And so some things that I'm already working on, in addition to marketing my books, I have two books that are out right now, but I'm also working through my merchandising, working through public speaking opportunities and things of that nature. So not only let's looking at writing the books and getting the books out there, but more importantly, really trying to figure out from a full service perspective, how can I help not only Black authors, but women as well, so that we can, it's always, to me, I feel like there's a big net and we have plenty of room for each other. And what can I do to help them as they're thinking about, or they may have a dream, how can I help them facilitate that, either finding their passion or whatever. That's in those lines.
That's nice. That's nice. I like that. I'm a reader. Toya, you're a reader too, aren't you? We're all readers. Kim?
I'm gonna read. Oh, listen, I'm devouring books. Okay, devouring.
Awesome. But did you hear
I
she
was-
started in the pandemic, y'all? She's just started writing.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
She's
I
already
love it.
doing so much. That's amazing. I love that. And same question for you. You're a authorpreneur. I love that word, an authorpreneur. Tell me who has influenced you the most on this journey of authorpreneurship. Oh, she can't hear us. Okay, hold on.
Hopefully, we can get her. Let me give y'all a little fun fact while we are getting her audio sorted. She looks so much like my best friend. I had to do a double take. I was like, you look
Wow.
like you could be possibly. I showed them pictures of each other, and they're like, yeah, that's a little different. But starting a book during the pandemic, that's a beautiful thing. When we were all locked up in the house, if you didn't leave, being shut up from COVID with a new book, a new business, a new budget, a new boo, maybe, perhaps. What were you doing during this pandemic? That was time to really take advantage of some things because Women of Influence Summit was birthed during the pandemic.
That the pandemic has literally like the starting point of so many things. I think we needed that pandemic to sit us down and actually get our creative juices flowing because I know people that ain't never thought about business before, and they were starting businesses and reading more and spending time with their family and really going through that inner self-talk and figuring out what is it that I want now. So the pandemic definitely is the starting point for a whole lot of stuff. And I'm very grateful. Very,
Yes.
very grateful.
Oh, City is back with us.
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Hear us.
Yes.
Thank you. I just want to let you know, my question to you was, who has influenced you the most on this entrepreneurship journey?
You know, I know Coco Chanel also mentioned it earlier, but I would definitely say my mom has been my biggest cheerleader, and really has said, you know, babe, you have a talent. You need to put it out there. Don't hold back, you know. And she was really, you know, pushing me and being that what I call the wind beneath my wings. And she's now in heaven, but I still feel her presence, and really, I would say that she's definitely been the biggest influence. And then I would say number two would be my dad. My dad shared with me that we have a ton of authors in our family. I didn't even know that until, you know, I wrote my book, and I happened to share with because at first I was keeping it as a secret, y'all. I don't even know why I was doing that. And so I happened to mention it to my dad, and he was like, we got a ton. We got a ton of authors in our family. And you know, so it was one of those things I was like, oh my gosh. And so he told me a few of them. I connected with one of my cousins, and we were able to kind of talk shop, even though he's in a different genre than I am in. You know, the process is still the same. So I would say both my parents have definitely been a huge, huge influence.
And mothers are magical. Like, aren't they? Aren't we magical? We are magical.
Yes, we are.
We are magical. My mother will be at the summit. So, you know, all of that. You talk about how your mom was your biggest cheerleader. I can relate, because I'm telling you, the fires this week, I begged my mother. I was like, listen, I need you. I'm sorry, but you birthed me. I ain't asked to be here. You brought me here. Now I need you to show up for me.
Oh, I can't wait to meet
right.
her. Oh, that's awesome, Kim. I can't wait to meet her on Saturday.
Yes, you will get to meet her, and all of the things. And then you gave flowers to your dad, and an active father is, I mean, there are no words for the beauty in that, but having that support system, it really, parents give you a confidence that the world can't take away from you.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so very true. And then I'm paying it forward. My daughter's in her 30s, and I feel that I do the same thing for her. I show up for her and, you know, and give her that guidance. And she started a podcast, and she's starting on her way, you know, so it's exciting. I'm excited to see all the good things that are coming her way as we speak. Uh-oh.
You're muted, sis.
You're muted. You're going to have to come off mute to testify.
I'm so sorry.
Daughter in the 30s, right? Daughter in the 30s.
Wait a minute. We're not just going to breeze past by that. Like, you ain't just say you got a daughter in your 30s.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
The melanin, boy.
I mean, that black girl magic, because
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Gorgeous.
I thought you were probably in your 30s. What do you mean? Oh my
Thank you. I'll take it.
Well, and also I didn't want to say anything, but I'm with you with the influence that we have in our children. You know, with the confidence. Kimberly, Lawson, you just exude confidence, and of course your mama was there. Of course you have. Of course you have her, because that, like, I'm trying to get to that level.
Listen, my mother, okay, hangs up on me once a week. All right. What you see here is what she's been living with. So again, I say to you, I didn't ask to be here. You brought me here. Now I'm here. I'm gonna make my friends now.
Oh goodness! But I'm just so grateful, CD, that your mama's there and that you are paying it forward. You're doing the same thing for your offspring. So bless you and bless the mothers. The mothers, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
you know, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Did you say?
I was just going to say, you know, I'm a project manager, strategic planner by trade, But I think in another lifetime, I probably would have been a teacher because I love knowledge sharing. I love bringing up others. I love mentoring. I've had a ton of mentees over the years, and I get as much out of the mentor sessions as they do, I would hope. I hope they get a lot of it. They say they do. I've seen a lot of them move on to new careers and really putting that plan and that path that they needed to kind of dredge for themselves. And so I look at this Women of Influence Summit just kind of right along those lines. It really is, let's bring the future leaders forward. Let's give them what they need to make sure we're fueling them with enough knowledge, enough of what we've done, being available to them, answering their questions. No question to me is a dumb question because, we've all had to start somewhere. And really just making sure that we're there for them. I'm so looking forward to the summit, guys. I am so excited about it. And for me, it just fits really into just who I am as a person. And I know Kim and I met in October at a book festival, and her and I we were just walking all around that festival. We made the most of it. We didn't meet a stranger. It was really just talking to folks and, understanding how far did they come and all of that,
Yes, absolutely. And I was reading the sign above your head right there on the wall, be bold or italics, never regular. I love that. I think that's a gorgeous saying. And I want to know for 2023, what's your theme? Like, what are the words that you are living by intentionally in 2023?
Wow, that's a great question because I believe in vision boards, guys. And I always do a vision board on January 1. Like, I'm very intentional about doing that. So for me, it's about inspire. That's one of the biggest words. It's also when I say about being intentional, being true to yourself. Like for me, I've sat down and said, okay, these are my goals. These are my milestones. And this is what I'm laying out for 2023. But then more importantly, another word for me is being accountable. I'm holding myself accountable. I'm not going to move forward and get to whatever that end game is if I'm not being honest with myself and setting aside whatever time that is to make sure that I'm showing up for myself. So I would say inspire, accountability. And in addition to that, I want to make sure that I'm also having fun and I'm really tapping into my passion.
Love it. Beautiful word.
Yes. Awesome.
Fun is definitely our word. If we're not having fun, what is the point? Like, life is too short.
Life is way too short. I don't think I realized that until, going through my mom's cancer. But going through that, it really changed things for me. My point of view was like, okay, why are you kind of just dredging every day or not looking forward or when you look at your week, it's all work. You haven't carved out any time for self-care. So all of those things, I flipped it and I now do self-care. I make sure that I'm taking those time. Sometimes, I'll just take time to just say, I'm going to do 30 minutes. I'm going to sit here and read, or I'm just going to do 30 minutes and I'm just going to do X, or Y. But I'm making sure that I'm taking time every day for myself as well. Because I think at first for me, I think as moms, we have that guilt. Sometimes we feel it's a little selfish. And for me, it took me a while to kind of break through that. I was like, no, it's important that I have to take the time to do self-care for myself.
Yeah,
absolutely.
When you board a flight, before they take off, they say, well, in the event that the chamber loses pressure and mass falls from above, put yours on before you attempt to assist someone else. So, you can't, if the car doesn't have any gas, it's not going to take you anywhere.
It's amen. Mm-hmm. That is so true.
That is so true.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Thank you, CD. Like the others, if you will, share your final words or your nuggets, whatever you want to leave us with today, sis.
For me, I would say, be bold and, even if it's like a small nugget of a dream, or when sometimes you get those little whispers that say, I wonder if I could, step out on faith. They say, you just need faith as small as a mustard seed. And when I think of when you look at a mustard seed and how small that is, I really say, if that's something that you have in your heart and you want to do, go for it.
Absolutely. The thing that you never birth can never breathe.
Oh,
that snaps.
It is. And also faith of a mustard seed. How small that little seed is. That's the
Right.
faith that we, oh my gosh, thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. Dear sister, we're looking forward to seeing you at the conference, the summit. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate your spirit, your smile. And again, I feel, we scratched the surface. So we're inviting you back. And so when she comes back, Kim, you got to come back. So we would love for you to come back. Yeah, we want to hear about the books. Yes. Awesome.
Yes. Please.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, guys. Take care.
You too.
So I have a question for the Toyas before you end the show. I know y'all think this y'all platform, but I live here now. So Latoya,
yes.
What is your theme that you are going to live intentionally by in 2023?
In 2023, I wanted to concentrate more on Toya and my health, because I cannot help near a soul if I am not here no more. So I literally have been on a journey to better my health so that I am able to speak to people more and I'm able to pour into them. And there's no reason I have went through this whole life of mine and done so many things and got so many nuggets and experience and tidbits of information and can't give them to nobody if I'm not here. So 2023, I am trying to concentrate a lot on my health so that I can pour out to other people.
Amen.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Toya, you think I'm going to ask you the same question and I'm not?
Well, of course not. What's the question, Kim?
So you are a mother. What legacy are you leaving your children with? An intangible legacy.
An intangible legacy is, Toya, you know the word, love, a word that comes and goes.
Jesus.
I just want them to feel loved. I want them to feel it in their being. I want to feel it in their veins. I want it to flow down like Michael Jackson. Can you feel it? I want it to flow down. I want them just to always know that they're loved and that they need to pass on love. That's the intangible for me, sis. Love. So
Toya is.
Yes.
Her nickname around here is Director of Love, because that right there, she named one of her children Love. So she
You
really
did it before Diddy? You did it before Diddy?
I did, I think. I didn't think about that, Toya. I have a child named Love. That's funny.
Yes.
That's beautiful though, but in the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, or as they say in Black America, King, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that.
Yes.
Amen. That is for sure. Toya, so we got a few minutes. What's our question for Kim? I think we need to have two prepared for her.
We need to have a question for Kim. She around here asking all these phenomenal questions right here. I want to know what's the next step, because first of all, we're doing it big around here. This summit is about to be so bomb, and I'm loving that we are a part of it, even in the tiniest piece. I love this. I just talked to a lady today, and I said to myself, honey, I wish I had met you before, because you definitely needed to be one of these ladies on this panel that, but I did show her how to go and get a ticket. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Yes. But I was like, dang, this is amazing. What's next? What's next, Kim? What's next?
So, of course, there are always so many things. So next up in the lineup for me, I'm really going to focus on authors, because everyone should have a book. If you have any type of platform, my question to you is, why aren't you a published author? So I'm really going to be intentional in my networking and collaboration with other authors. So right now I am working on having a book and bourbon. We're going to have a little tasting and talk all things books. I have connections who have books turned into movies. Let's talk about that. Television shows, how you can use books to elevate your own platform. All the different things that comes with books. So CD talked about building out merchandise. Like you can literally build an empire around being a published author. So in 2023, I'm going to be very intentional about the work that I am doing with other authors and getting more of them published in 2023, flowing into 2024. And as soon as the summit is over, I'm taking a short vacation. And then it is time to start planning for Women of Influence Summit 2024 because I already have requests. People are like, oh my goodness, I can't make it this year. Are you doing another one? Absolutely. Absolutely. The date is set. Negotiating with venues right now. It's time to start finding that next set of influential women that are going to be our honorees, working more with the youth because I do sit on the board of a charity. I'm also looking to build up more with the minipreneurs, so young girls who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs. Because as I said, I started at the age of 3 working, and I started my own business when I was 10 years old. And my mother will be at the summit who can verify all of this information. So, I keep it moving. But this year, my theme is my turn. And part of it being my turn is to pour into others because to whom much is given, much is required.
Amen.
And I am not going to shy away from that call.
Awesome. I just had one question for you, Kim. Part of what's said here is that you are a TEDx speaker. You getting into that, creating, publishing books, did that help you to get on that platform? How did you get on the platform, and tell us what the experience was like?
So TEDx, honestly, I can say that it was by far one of the most humbling experiences of my life. Because through the years of speaking, people say a lot of things to you, but one of the recurring things that I continue to hear, other than I need to do my own event, is that why aren't you a TEDx speaker? Why haven't you done TED? All of the things that you're saying are worthy of that platform. And so being a published author definitely helped me in that aspect of being able to get there, because when you are published, you come with a certain sense of notoriety automatically because your words are out there into the universe for others to see. Beyond that, the fact that I've done so many other speaking engagements, and that I am very authentic and transparent in my delivery of things, that helped. And you brought up TEDx, and that's one of the things I'm going to talk about it. How can you become a TEDx speaker? How can you become an international best-selling author? All of these things, there's no secret. You just have to know how to do it. I've done the lead work. These are master classes that are coming down the pipeline in 2023, along with a lot of other resources to help entrepreneurs. Because if I've already done the research and the lead work, you just need to plan. I've already went around and scoped out the road, the path that you should take. You just now got to follow the roadmap. So all of those things are coming down the pipeline in 2023.
Woo! It's gonna be amazing. 2023, I can see.
My turn. That's what
Your turn.
This year is for me. My turn.
Yeah. So you want to be connected to Kimberly Lawson. I'm glad I'm connected. That's all. I'm glad in 2021 I got connected, because it's not gonna be broken. So we
not at all. Not
Amen.
at all.
Remind
And I'm gonna tell you
listeners.
guys, Soultiful is gonna be live at Women of Influence 2024.
Yes.
You know, they are confirmed to be live there doing the interviews.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm excited already about the energy that's gonna
It's
be
gonna be
flowing
fun.
there when we are all in one space together. That's what Women of Influence is all about.
Dynamite.
Yes, y'all are going to be able to meet a phenomenal person for the first time that has been on our team, and her name is Dr. T.
This year, yes.
She is going to be there at the summit live, and she is going to bring the fire. Y'all are going to feel those that watch, you're going to feel like you were there, but you're going to wish you were there in person. So get your tickets. Get your tickets so you don't have to feel that way. Get your tickets.
Speaking of your tickets, Kim, remind us, sis, how to pick up that ticket.
So you go to the website, www.woisummit.net. There is a discount code, Soultiful, because of course I love this show. Anytime that I'm asked, I'm here. So you put in the discount code and go ahead and save the money. You pay regular price if you want to, you know. But if you want to save, you know, some extra coins, put that discount code in, Soultiful. And guys, I'm not lying to you when I tell you I have less than 15 tickets available. And no one is getting in at the door without a ticket. I'm not selling any tickets at the door. When they are gone, they're gone. You know, we will see you next year. You know, God is love, Rev Run. That's my TEDx talk.
God is love. Awesome. All right. Well, Toya, take us on out, sis.
Well, y'all, thank you so much for joining us today. Meet us right back here on our next episode. We would love for you to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and see you on the next episode. Love y'all.
Bye. See you at the summit. Bye.
Yes.